Good evening, I am Adventure Argonaut. This is Murders on the Yangtze River, and we are on a boat. This is a flashback explaining how our protagonist met Afu, his sidekick, but there's been a murder, and we have to solve the murder. A woman has been murdered, and let's just see. Are my streams working? Kick and Twitch work? How about Rumble? Not yet. Let's see. Oh yeah, and it's Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. If you care. If you don't, then unhappy Valentine's Day to you. Alright. Everything looks fine. Let's go play. View from the bow. Bow. Ooh, lights. The fog at night covers a wide span. Visibility is but mere meters. Our ship seems to be sailing within endless darkness. Hell, do you hear that? What is that sound? Do you mean the thumping and clanging up ahead, Mr. Shen? Yes. I know, it's the sound of gongs and drums. Why would they be sounding gongs and drums in the middle of the night? It means our ship has reached the Long King Temple. Today is Longhead Racing Day, 2nd of February. They'll hold festive events to worship the Long King. Hey, it's not too far off from the real date, since we are in February. Steam valve. Mr. Shen, are you looking at the paddle wheels? They differ from the paddle wheels I often see while studying abroad. I heard the shipmaster say that the Shan He was designed and handmade by the Two Lord Shu. Two? Does it mean two, not two? I guess that's a typo. Paper charm, and there's a paper charm attached to the stern of the ship. When Long King appears at midnight, may the golden light appear, protect me. Mr. Shen, what is that? The second line seems to be taken from the Taoist golden light mantra. No doubt it's the handwriting of Master Wu. That is highly likely, however. I have never heard of the saying, the Long King appears at midnight. Master Wu is a Buddhist, a Taoist, and a worshipper of the Long King. Isn't he tired? Okay, so there's a bunch of these cabins. Cockpit. Maybe let's go to see if the captain is here. Nothing like this has ever happened on my ship before. Have you checked everywhere? Are there any traces of pirates boarding the ship? There are no signs of pirates boarding the ship, and no one has lost their belongings. Mr. Joseph and Mr. Shen both believe this is a murder case. Just in time, Mr. Shen is here. In order to ascertain Madam Yin's murder as soon as possible, I must investigate the cockpit. Shipmaster Low, please forgive me for any offense. Liang Xin has filled me in with all the details. Feel free to investigate. If there's anything you need my help with, just let me know. Engine telegraph. The style of this device is extremely unique. Mr. Shen, this is the engine telegraph. It's used to adjust the ship's speed. Speed, not bead. Yeah, that thing. The map is laid out on the desk, on which a compass and a sextant and a telescope are placed. Navigation log that records the course, speed, position, and weather and tidal currents. It records arrived at Xunyang at 2050, command to accelerate proceeded at full speed. Enter the waters of Longking Temple at 21:30. Command to decelerate. Slowly advanced. Power outage occurred at 22:10 and power was restored 22:20. This information may be useful. I need to record it. Okay. So did the murder happen during the power outage or before it? Food box. There's a food container by the table, the same one first mate Wu took from the dining hall. Okay, let's talk to these people. Mr. Liangxin, may I ask you a few questions? Mr. Shen, what would you like to know? Hello? Okay, that was a weird lag. Took like 10 seconds. Madame Yin. Has Madame Yin ever had any grudges with anyone? So she's the victim, right? Yinzhou is quite obtrusive and a bloodsucker, so she's made her fair share of enemies. However, none of those people are on the ship. Of all the people on the ship, who do you think has the most motive to kill her? That would be me, Wu Taiman. Master Wu? They might seem friendly with one another, but they had an ongoing strife for years. The main conflict between them has always been family business. Business, business, business. My second oldest brother died young, but Yinzhou had a son with him and she's got business talent. So okay, Yinzhou's husband is dead, okay. Even as the oldest son, Teman didn't stand a chance against her. Teman has always been looking for a way to deprive the Yinzhou's family of inheritance rights. How would he be able to do so? There are a myriad of rules in big families. For instance, if a woman engages in public or immoral behavior, she'll lose her right of inheritance. As far as I know, Yinzhou does what she pleases in secret, but Teman never caught her. I didn't expect him to go so far. I'm a bit worried about the safety of my nephew. If Madame Yin's family loses inheritance rights, then your inheritance would increase. Me, Yinchu and I are above bickering with those two. Mr. Shen, what would you like to know about yourself? Why did you come to serve as the first mate of the Shan Mr. Liangxin? Although the Wus are well known for being tea merchants, I'm more of a coffee person. Really? Is there somebody in China 100 years ago who actually drank coffee? I guess it's possible, but I'm surprised. Mr. Liangxin, I wonder where your aspirations lie. I'm sure, Mr. Shen, you have definitely read Around the World in 80 Days before. I haven't read the book. I've seen the cartoon. I want to be like Fogg and travel the world, see the sights, eat delicious food and enjoy life. Mr. Shen, what would you like to know? Okay. Shipmaster Lowe, there are a few questions I would like to ask you. Don't hesitate to ask, Mr. Shen. About missing crew. I heard that Shipmaster Hao Chiu has gone missing. That's right. I haven't seen him since Yinzhou's incident. Do you think he did it? Although Hao Chiu causes trouble when he's drunk, he's a coward. I doubt he'd kill anyone. Don't be so sure. This guy is a drunkard and a lecher. He offended Yinzhou not too long ago. Really? What happened? At the time, Yinzhou had just boarded the ship and asked Hao Chiu to help carry her things. Not only did he lend a helping hand, he ogled her with the entire time when he then got told off. He refused to repent and kept insisting Yinzhou looked like the wife he never got to marry. I like his attitude. Did they ever have any direct conflicts? Not really, I shooed him away. But the simper he had on his face back then, now that I think about it, it was really suspicious. Don't hesitate to ask, Mr. Shen. About the Shan He. How long have you been on the Shan He, Shipmaster Lowe? I have been related to this ship for most of my life. This ship used to be called the Anjing, the first steamship as Chinese designed and built. It's even older than the famous Guanghu, but not many people know that. When this ship was built, I was only 15 and worked at the Anjing Ordnance Institute. I watched as Xu Lou and his son Xu Jianyin built the ship piece by piece. All of the pistons and screws on the ship were handmade by Xu Shou. Xu Shou is an exhibition for shoes. Xu Jianyin and I hammered the boiler in the engine room together bit by bit. Later on, coincidentally, the ship was renamed the Shanhe and I became the shipmaster. Why isn't it a captain? The Shanhe is more important to me than anything, so please, Mr. Shen, find the truth. Don't hesitate to ask, Mr. Shen. Afu? Shipmaster Low, I saw there was a cabinet in Madame Yin's cabin filled with Afu's things. Afu used to stay at the cabin in the middle. Who would have known Madame Yin found her cabin too small and insisted on a bigger one? He's a kind-hearted kid, so he voluntarily gave up the cabin to them. You seem to know quite a lot about Afu. You can say that. I watched Afu grow up. He used to come and play when he was shorter than the rudder. Now he calls this place home. A lot of small installations on the Shanhe were made by him. So you mean that although Afu is staying in the guest room, he's actually a crew member? How could young Master Afu be a crew member? He has deep connection with this ship. Forgive me, but I can't go into details. Shipmaster, it's the first time I've heard you talk about this as well. If it weren't for Mr. Shen, I almost tied Afu up as the murderer. There's absolutely no way Afu could ever kill anyone. Alright, so that's that. Oh, speaking lube, no tube. Which rooms are connected by the speaking tubes? The two adjacent to the rudder are connected to the dining hall and the engine room. And there are three more next to the cabin doors that connect to the three cabins. I have basic understanding of the situation in the cockpit. Sorry for my intrusion. Don't be so courteous, Mr. Shen. You're doing me a favor. Oh, what's going on? Something fell. Is it another body? Did the ship just strike a reef? Nonsense. Where would you find a reef on a river? Just now. Did something fall down? Shipmaster, Mr. Shen, did you see that? I think it looked like a person. Let's go take a look. Liang Xin, you take the helm. I'll go with Mr. Shen. I have discovered the body of a crew member. He has been dead for quite some time. Mr. Shen, that's old Hao. How could this happen? John, come over and examine the body first. Eternal autopsy. It says alcohol. Mr. Shen, there seems to be a piece of paper inside this pile of broken glass. This is another mahjong card. Is it the mahjong killer? Card found in a broken wine bottle next to Hao Chiu's body, partially soaked with wine. It shows the card is partially soaked by alcohol, but the text can still be vaguely identified. 9 of characters. Okay. Head. He has a head. Oh my god. He's a monster. There's an abrasion on the forehead and a noticeable lump on the cranial region. The wound caused by the fall is consistent with the position the deceased landed. However, it's quite strange that the lump is white instead of the usual reddish-brown. John, bruises caused by falling after death are pale in color. Okay, so it's post-mortem fall, so he was dead already. Upper limbs. The deceased's left hand fingers are stiff with livor mortis on the arm. The deceased is holding half a broken bottle of liquor in his right hand. Muscles in the lower jaw, neck, and upper limbs all show signs of rigor mortis. Muscles in the fingers, toes, and lower limbs are more relaxed. Rigor mortis has yet to spread. Rigor mortis limited to the upper limbs indicates a time of death around 4 to 6 hours ago. Legs. Large areas of livor mortis have emerged on the legs, appearing purplish red in color. The livor mortis are already formed, are diffused with petechiae in prominent areas, whatever that is. Patches of livor mortis are starting to blend, which means he died more than 3 hours ago. Okay. Face. There are signs of swelling, congestion, and cyanosis on the deceased's face. The deceased's mouth reeks of alcohol, proving he drank a large amount before death. There is a large amount of vomit left in the deceased's mouth. He may have choked to death. Okay. I don't think it was an accident, though. So time of death between 4 to 6 hours, appears to have choked to death after inebriation, but homicide something. According to the stiffness and lividity of this body, Hauchio was killed 4 to 6 hours ago. Cause of death, mechanical asphyxiation. Let's do a save before we have to do more guesswork and stuff. Sure. Are you saying that he was strangled to death, Mr. Joseph? No, there are many circumstances of mechanical asphyxia. Strangulation is one of them. From the appearance of his corpse, it's more likely that his death was caused by choking. Archio was an alcoholic. It makes sense that he choked on his vomit after drinking. Could this have been an accident? Not necessarily. Without knowing what was in the wine, we cannot rule out the possibility of someone was involved. Furthermore, we also found this mahjong card next to Hauchio. It's hard not to associate his death with the death of Madame Yin. Yeah, it's too coincidental for Master Wu's mahjong cards to appear at the murder scene. Could it be that there really was something between Old Hao and Madame Yin? Don't make wild guesses about our passengers' affairs. I didn't mean to. Matters are trickier than I had imagined. Perhaps this is all just the beginning of a murder game. John, we need to complete investigations of the whole ship as soon as possible. Okay. Does this ladder lead up to the top of the cockpit? That's right, Mr. Shin. Is it called a cockpit? Like the cabin on the boat. Hauchio's body fell from the roof of the ship. We should go up and take a look. Vomit marks. Yellow and white sticky marks on the ground should be Hauchio's vomit. It's indeed from quite a while ago, as it has already begun to dry. Old Hao really drank to his heart's content, huh? Wine bottle. There are 5 empty wine jars scattered across the floor and 2 distinctive bottles. It appears to be imported liquor. I thought it's Coca-Cola. Mr. Shen, that's cola water. Hey, I said it. That type of soda, it tastes really good. Now I wanna see what the fact is about cola. Soda. Soda, also known as Dutch water, was introduced to China around 1877. Oh, so early. People at that time were very fond of this refreshing beverage as a way to cool off. During the wedding banquet of last Emperor Puyi, soda was served to guests. Okay. Well, especially in the summer, something. Chug, 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 chug. Chug, 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 chug. Wow. You'll be happy as the day is long. Mr. Shen, do you want a taste of happiness too? No, but thank you for the offer. He certainly acts like a psycho, like L here, like he doesn't seem fazed at all by 2 murders on his ship, and he's a young guy. So he is still my prime suspect. This is my cabin. Shall I enter for investigations? Sure. Ashes jar. Mr. Shen, what's inside this jar? It contains my brother's ashes. I made this trip so I could bring him back home. My condolences, Mr. Shen. It's fine. Those who have passed are resting in peace. Let us go take a look elsewhere. Coins on the floor. Mr. Shen, you have dropped your money. This doesn't belong to me, however. It looks quite familiar. I may have seen it before. The words Guangzhou currency are engraved. There's also a red string tied to it. Wine glass. There are 2 books titled The Great Qing Code and The Spirit of Laws on the side table. There are books that I have been reading recently. These are books. What's wrong, Mr. Shen? The red wine Joseph left on the table is missing. Missing? How could it be missing? I'm afraid someone has visited this room in secret. Dun dun dun. This is our bed. I sleep on the other bunk while Joseph takes the lower bunk, so the bear is his. There's nothing out of place with the bedding on the bed and the suitcase under the bed. How could something so cute appear on Mr. Joseph's bed? This teddy bear belongs to Joseph's daughter. She asked Joseph to keep it by his side. Maybe there's something hidden inside. This room has been thoroughly investigated. No other abnormalities were discovered. Mr. Shen, the bottle of red wine is the only thing missing, right? Nothing else? No, nothing else. That's strange. Who would steal Mr. Joseph's wine? Return to deck. Run back to suppress the demons. Run back to remove ill fortune. Don't blame me, don't blame me. Here's an ample portion of pork along with some pig ear and snout to pay our respects. If you choose to accept it, please clear away the bad omens in this water. Master Wu, are you praying for blessings? Blood! There's blood in the water. This is retribution from being ignorant and disrespectful to the Long King. It's warning. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and bring my offerings before terrible things happen. But where am I supposed to find offerings? Do not panic, L. A finless porpoise has collided with the bow of the ship. Oh, it must have been the cause of the collision that made Haoqiu's body fall from the roof. Hey, no emotions left. Cool. I sold my last emotion yesterday. Welcome. I see now. Poor porpoise. Oh, Mami Dabiari Aziri Homri. Let us continue. Wu Teman and Afu's cabin. Afu and Mishinchu are resting inside this cabin right now. Yinchu Afu, Mr. Shen needs to come and investigate. Hello, Mr. Shen. Hello, Elle. Afu, you're looking much better now. You still can't speak? Oh no, what if you'll never be able to speak again? That would be great. Apparatus is on the desk. There's a hand-drawn blueprint of what seems like a fish tank on the desk. There's also a strangely shaped ruler and several issues of the Chinese scientific magazine. There's a row of test tubes, 2 bottles of reagents, and some apparatuses against the wall. Mr. Shen, what's this device with the crooked neck? As a microscope, it is able to make an enlarged image of a small object. That's absolutely magical. Are you trying to tell us this device is very delicate and needs to be treated with care? Okay, I understand. We will be careful. Oops, clears. Painting and paper charms. There are paper charms on all 4 corners of the top bunk and portrait hanging at the end. Mr. Shen, the Long in this painting looks so scary. Could it be the Long King? Could it be the Long King has been on the ship all this time, hiding in this painting? No fear, Elle. It's a replica of the 9 Longs from the Song Dynasty, not the Long King. So the 9 dragons is Kowloon in Hong Kong. It means 9 dragons. I wonder if there's a connection. A paper ball on the floor. Mr. Shen, there's a piece of balled-up paper under the bed. Mr. Wu, the 5,000 tiles of silver you borrowed are more than 2 months overdue. If you still can't pay it back before the end of the month, I can only come and claim it. Interesting. Is it genuine, or maybe they're trying to frame Mr. Wu? Pastries. On the lower bunk is a plate of pastries, similar in color and shape to peach blossoms. This is Victory Cake, snack from southern China. Yeah, we cannot talk to Afu, but we can talk to Wu Yinchu. She's my second suspect. Suspect number 2. Miss Yinchu, are you feeling better now? Well, sure, I guess. I still can't believe that she was... Miss Yinchu, don't think back on it or you'll feel bad again. Yeah. There are still a few questions I need to ask you, Miss Yinchu, about Madame Yin. To your knowledge, Miss Yinchu, has Madame Yin ever had any grudges with anyone? I've been studying abroad, so I have no idea. How is her relationship with you 3? Teman and Yincho have more frequent contact. Liangxin, like me, doesn't come home often. I've only heard Liangxin say that Yincho and Teman have some grudges. Grudges? What kind of grudges? It's nothing. I'm not involved in money-related issues. There are still a few questions. Earlier, why did you suddenly leave the dining hall? I didn't like the mood at the mahjong table. I couldn't catch my breath and I wanted to murder Incho. I was afraid my asthma would relapse, so I went back to my room to take medicine. At the time, was Madame Yin still inside the room? Yes, she was. Then did you see anyone suspicious, Yinchu? No. My chest felt stuffy, so after I took my medicine I went to the bow of the ship for some air. There are still some questions. Actually, no, we don't have questions. Afu looks like he has something to say. Can't he write it? You mean you saw somebody suspicious? Oh, you said he's not human. Allow me to take a look. Alright. Please also soak this tweezer in hot water and then dry it with a clean cloth. Afu, please open your mouth wide. There's some slight dislocation of the hyoid bone. Mr. Shen, here. I will maintain your current posture. Then slowly stick out your tongue. Hold still. Ow, 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 ow. I can speak now. Detective, how did you do that? It's amazing. You rescued me from 2 times. How can I even shank you? Shank him. You're welcome. Earlier inside the cabin, I was so dizzy I couldn't speak at all. Thank goodness you spoke up for me, otherwise what's making you laugh? It's nothing. How come I'm speaking with a lisp? You were unable to speak because you dislocated your hyoid bone from excessive fright. Although the hyoid bone has been repositioned, the muscles have not yet fully recovered. Well, what do you do? What do we do? There's no need to worry too much. I had similar experience when I was a child. Just rest. Okay, Shanks. Detective, do you need me to join investigations? I'll tell you everything I know. Take your time. You should rest first. Same goes for you, Miss Inchu. Without further instructions, do not leave the cabin. Okay. I have investigated all that I could. We should go see if Joseph is in need of assistance. No problemo. Wasn't there... No, there wasn't another room. Dining hall, well, we've been there. Let's check all this crap. Abnormality in the suitcase. When investigating the suitcase, I had a strong sense of abnormality. Something seems peculiar about this. What could it be? Death of shipmate Hao Chiu. Hao Chiu is the second victim discovered on the ship. However, based on the autopsy report, his time of death was earlier than Madame Yin. Placed beside the victims were 2 marching cards, 8 and 9 characters respectively. It appears to be the doing of the same murderer. Yet, besides the conflict Liang Xin mentioned, there is barely any connection between the two. If Hao Chiu was murdered, why is the murderer killing him and Madame Yin one after the other? If Hao Chiu died of an accident, how come there was a marching card next to his body? Longqing legends. The Wu family seemed to know something about the legends of Longqing Temple. The eldest Wu brother was particularly keen on refraining from talking about it. What exactly was the incident back then, or that was brought up in the conversation? Missing mahjong cards. Seems Hao Chiu was the first to die. 9 of characters mahjong card appeared next to him. Next was Madame Yin. She had the card 8 of characters, so is it gonna be 7 next? Mahjong cards have appeared next to all the victims. There seems to be a pattern. Missing red wine. A bottle of red wine is missing from my cabin. Other than that, no other items are missing. Maybe John just drank it all. How could it have been the work of the murderer? But why would he steal red wine? Let's not jump to conclusions. We should check out other places first. Let's do a save. Safe. John, perfect timing. Help me carry Hao Chiu's body into the crew cabin as well. Alright. Wait a second, something here seems peculiar. Don't scare me, Mr. Shen. There's a change on the body. Someone tampered with it. Hair! The hairpin has been taken. How could Madame Yin's hair grow longer? There's no way that Madame Yin is still alive, right? Unless everything Master Wu said is true. The supernatural are not involved. But what exactly is going on? Her hairpin. Someone has stolen Madame Yin's hairpin. That's why her hair came loose, and looks like it grew longer. Did somebody steal her hairpin? You know what? Yin Zhou's hairpin can't be bought with money. The silversmith who made it used to work in the palace. The craftsmanship is long lost now. However, that hairpin was exquisitely crafted. It could also have been an act of greed. Mr. Shen, do you think the murderer stole it? That's a possibility. If the murderer stole it, there may be an important clue hidden on the hairpin. Okay, somebody stole the hairpin. I'll turn on the lights. We need to thoroughly investigate the crew cabin. The person who stole the hairpin might have left traces within the room. Wrinkled paper. There are several scattered pages behind the ladder. They appear to be wrinkled. Drinking at night below deck, I stayed waking at dawn. My work is delayed. If that's the state that has come to pass, why not just go pour another glass? An empty stomach save last night's wine leaves me sad, so I cry and I whine. Spend all my money on booze. Tomorrow morning I still hit snooze. Is this poem written by Hao Chiu? Yeah, old Hao likes to write stuff like that when he's bored. Madame Yin's hairpin has been stolen. With her hair loose, the body seems a bit terrifying. Other than that, nothing else is out of place. Hao Chiu's body. There's nothing unusual about Hao Chiu's body. We had just moved him down here. Lower bunk. The bedding on the lower bunk is wrinkled but tidy. There are newspaper clippings on the wall. This is Uncle Ling's bunk. He enjoys reading the newspaper during his free time. The magic troop faces crippling financial crisis. Shanghai trip becomes swan song trip. Good reputation out of the door. Commercials see legends no more. Another strange case of the waters of the Longqing Temple. Escort ship gone missing. Let me record this. Joseph might be interested in the contents of the newspaper clippings. Okay, it's a magic troop. Upper bunk. There's no mess on the bunk at all. The bed is made perfectly neat and in order. Mr. Shen, this used to be Shipmaster Lowe's bunk. He gave it to me after I came aboard. Then how does the shipmaster usually rest? He stays in the wheelhouse. He doesn't sleep. Pillow. There's something under the pillow. It's a roughly made yellow coat skirt embroidered with several ducks. So this is what Uncle Ling has been secretly sewing for days. He wouldn't let us look at it. Old Ling seemed like a rugged man. I did not expect him to know embroidery. Who could this meticulously sewn woman's coat skirt be made for? I remember Uncle Ling had a daughter, but she passed away a few years ago. I heard the shipmaster say her death's anniversary was soon. Maybe that was an offering for her. Soda canister is the coke killer. Do these sodas belong to you? Actually, Liangxin brought them on board. Teehee, but I just absolutely love drinking cola water, so I made a deal with him. Every time I help Liangxin wash the vegetables or do the dishes, he gives me a bottle. If the lower bunk is tidier than the upper bunk, it belongs to First Mate Wu. There's a map of the world drawn over there with circles and dots hanging on the wall. Around the map are some posters and postcards depicting scenic spots from various regions. A few books including Around the World in 80 Days and The Travels of Marco Polo. There are 2 empty wine jars and garbage on the bed. Pillow and bedding are also a mess. Without a doubt, this bunk belongs to Hao Chiu. That is indeed old Hao's bunk. Hell, do you know the reason for this alcoholism, or his alcoholism? Old Hao liked to repeat this one nursery rhyme. bride smiled brightly on her wedding day. The Long King came and swept her away. Cruel fate. This may have been something that he personally experienced. No wonder old Howe always said this nursery rhyme was set up for him. Notebook. There's a notebook with a pen at the foot of the bed. Travels of Liang is written on the title page with an illustration of a ship with wings. Crazy. The notebook is filled with dense and scribbled handwriting. In 1957, Liang boarded a flapping-winged airship named the Thunderous Dawn. In search of clues to evolve into the perfect man, he began his journey across the world. I didn't know Liang Xin was writing a novel. Mr. Shen, there are 2 pieces of paper inside. First piece of paper reads Global Travel Plan and marks the route on a scribbled map. The second piece of paper roughly calculated the expenses of traveling across the globe. Mr. Shen, what does global travel mean? Why does it cost so much? Just borrow and read Mr. Liang's books around the world in 80 days and you will know. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water and stuff. I am back. I am back, man. Oh, Shane, did you discover any clues related to the person who stole the hairpin? As of now, there are no signs of any outsiders entering the crew cabin. All we have found are primarily traces of the crew's lives. Then could it be that this ringing, I heard it earlier in the dining hall as well. It's the sound of the engine telegraph. The shipmaster wants to adjust the ship's speed. My son woke up. Be right back again. Oh, oh, I am back. Uh, As you can hear, my son, he woke up and he keeps crying. So unfortunately, I have to end this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.